Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to some more Carolina Panthers Madden 20 franchise. We're hitting the home stretch of the season now, the last 4 games. Kicking it off with an NFC South rivalry game at Atlanta. Of course, the first game ended in a tie, so the Panthers come into the game at 7-4-1. They are in control of the 5th seed in the NFC playoffs at the moment. And the Atlanta Falcons come into the game at 5-6-1. Still very much alive in the playoff hunt, but they cannot afford any missteps. There's no room for error really for either of these two teams. But, you know, Carolina could still lose a game and still be in an okay spot. But Atlanta, like, they have to win today, or this is pretty much going to be it for them this season. As we look here at the teams warming up, we'll get a look at the NFC playoff race. As you can see, the Falcons 5-6-1, Carolina 7-4-1, and Chicago 7-5. So a lot of teams in the hunt, and Chicago is in a situation where they really this is playoff football now for teams like Carolina and Atlanta. This is playoff football. I mean, you have to win every game. But as you can see, Matt Ryan, 27 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. He's in the running for the MVP race this year, even though his team does not have a winning record at the moment. But we'll see what he can do here today, as he throws a pass to Ito Smith, and that is going to be short of the markers. So the Panthers are going to get the ball for their first time. As we see, Cam Newton, 19 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 3,100 yards passing for Cam. Definitely a bounce-back year for him. He's been really good, despite the fact that the Panthers haven't really been winning a whole lot since the midseason break. But he's been having a really good stretch of games for the Panthers. As we can see, a face mask here on Atlanta. That's going to give the Panthers 15 extra yards. Or that's on Carolina. That's going to give 15 extra yards to the Falcons as they get the ball for the second time. But there's a forced fumble by Kuechly. He's been doing that all year. But Mohamed Sanu's there for the recovery. So we're on 1st and goal from the 6 now, and it's a wide open Calvin Ridley just walks into the end zone there. It is 7-0 Falcons to start off the game. So another slow start for the Panthers. That's been the story for a lot of this season, is Carolina getting off to these slow starts, getting down early in games, and that does not bode well for them as they try to, one, keep their hold of a playoff spot, but also once you get into the playoffs, I mean, you can't get off to these slow starts that they've been getting off to. But he's going to hit Curtis Samuel over the middle on this play. Cam Newton is, as we get to the end of the first quarter here. And Carolina is driving, looking to tie the game. As you can see, a pass to Christian McCaffrey, over the middle. Cam Newton now on 3rd down and 9. From the 17, he's going to scramble, and he's going to get the first down. Nice run by Cam. 10 yards, gets the first down. So 1st and goal from the 6 now, and Cam Newton is going to look. He's going to look, and he is going to get outside the pocket, and he is going to have a wide open lane to the end zone. Cam Newton held on to that ball, tried to find somebody open. Couldn't find anybody open, and he just walks into the end zone for the touchdown. So Carolina ties the game 7-7. Yes, Graham Gano does make the extra point. I've gone over that so many times this year, going for extra points in this year's Madden with the new kick meter. As we can see, a sack for Bruce Irvin. Nice play by Bruce Irvin, but the kicking meter has been it's been a circus for me and for Graham Gano. So, as we can see, another sack. It's Dontari Poe, the former Falcon, getting the sack, forces a 4th down and 17. The Falcons will be forced to punt. So there comes Carolina now. Nice spin move by McCaffrey, and somehow gets out of that. Kind of a glitchy little play there for Carolina, but, you know, we're in a situation where we'll take that because we have to get a win. So, you know, it's kind of a glitchy play right there, honestly. But good run for McCaffrey as we get down to 3rd and 14 down the field. And there's a fumble by Torrey Smith. He made the catch, and he fumbles the ball. You could almost argue that he didn't have possession of the football, but there's no review. Atlanta takes over the ball as we get close to the end of the second quarter. Matt Ryan, he's got all day to throw, but here comes Bruce Irvin again for his 2nd sack of the game. So Bruce Irvin started to come alive, and as far as the sack department goes, the last several weeks, gets his 2nd sack of the game today. As you can see, he had all day to throw, but he's just holding on. Nobody can get open. That's what they call a coverage sack in the NFL. As you can see, Bruce Irvin just coming in there. But here we go, 3rd down and 13. Atlanta with the ball. Matt Ryan's going to pass it to Calvin Ridley, and Ridley gets the 1st down. You remember against Washington, several plays Washington converted on 3rd and long. So that's kind of another there's a fumble by Ridley picked up by Shaq Thompson, and Carolina's going to get the ball now. But that's kind of an issue there where you get these sacks and you force these teams into long situations, but then your secondary and your defense can't get off the field on 3rd and long. Again, as you get down to the stretch run, as we get to the potentially in the playoffs, that does not bode well. So there's certainly some red flags with this team, but still plenty of time this season. As you can see, Cam Newton just delivering a perfect pass on that play into some tight coverage. And Cam is going to throw back of the end zone. Beautiful pass to Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. Beautiful pass by Cam. Carolina is going to go into halftime potentially up 14-7. We got to wait on this extra point. But a beautiful play, beautiful pass, and it is 14-7 going into the break. The extra point was good. Had to leave y'all in some suspense there so you can kind of feel like what it's been for me to try and make kicks in this game. But as you can see, Carolina held Atlanta to 10 rushing yards as Devonta Freeman is injured coming into this week. So he was not available for the Atlanta Falcons. As we can see, Tampa Bay they haven't won a game since that London game where that crazy game that they won. They have not won a game since then. So their season, they started out 3-3. It was looking like they might be, a sneaky competitive team in the NFC South, possibly contending for a playoff spot. As you can see, the Jets, they started out this season really strong. They're getting their butts handed to them by Miami, and we'll see what the Saints are doing. This is going to be of importance. Looks like they're going to go up 17-7 at halftime. But the Bucks, they were 3-3. They were looking like a sneaky contender, but their season obviously has not gone the way that some people might have thought. As we look at this, that is just a gorgeous throw by Cam. Just had to look at that again. As we can see, the Panthers with the ball first, and there's another fumble by DJ Moore. These turnovers is an issue, and DJ Moore has struggled with that in his career in real life. In his rookie year, he fumbled quite a few times, and it's carried over into Madden 20. He's been a guy that has coughed it up more times than you want to be comfortable with, and DJ Moore has a lot of potential to be a true number one wide receiver, but something like the fumble issues, that's a quick way to, that's a really quick way. As we can see, Julio Jones just beasting it there down to the 1, but fumbling it, that's a quick way to get yourself on the bench. Obviously with a guy as talented as we can see, Luke Kuechly getting a sack, that's going to force a 4th down and a field goal attempt. But that's a quick way to get on your coach's bad side, is fumbling the ball. So definitely something for DJ Moore to work on, but he's obviously got the potential to be really the second coming of Steve Smith for this franchise. But, you know, fumbling the ball, that's something that you can't do. As we can see, Luke Kuechly getting the sack there. Beautiful play. So now it's 14-10. Panthers with the ball. As we can see, Christian McCaffrey, beautiful play as he jukes the defender right out of his shoes. Gets a 22-yard run on that play. Christian McCaffrey having a big game today, as we can see another run. But then he fumbles, and Atlanta gets it. Oh, my word. 3 lost fumbles for the Panthers in this game. That's how you lose games that you have to win. And they're going to get an unnecessary roughness call on Dante Jackson for hitting him out of bounds. That's frustrating. So here comes Atlanta now. They are down to the 5-yard line, and it is a pass to Mohamed Sanu. Just a little back shoulder fade over Dante Jackson. Dante Jackson can't even stop him from celebrating in the end zone, even though he's standing right in front of him. As we can see, Christian McCaffrey with another reception there. He's having a big game. You know, he had the fumble, but as you can see, 7 catches, 57 yards. And here comes Cam. He's going to find DJ Moore. Touchdown, Panthers. Panthers get the lead right back. It's 20-7, pending the point after touchdown. 20-7 Carolina. The point after is going to be good. It's 21-17 Panthers. Now, can the defense make a stop? Can the defense step up here on the road? As we can see, Atlanta is across the 50, but there is another sack by Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly having a monster game. He had that forced fumble that did not lead to a fumble recovery for Carolina, but he is having a monster game, as we can see over the middle. They're trying to rip that ball out. They know that the Panthers are being loose with the football right now. They're trying to rip the ball out from us. And now here's a deep pass to Greg Olsen. Beautiful play again by Cam. As we can see, we're a little under 3.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Carolina can put the game away with a touchdown here. Do not want to settle for a field goal. As we can see, Christian McCaffrey with another lane to run through. He is having a huge game today. He's over 100 yards on just 16 carries. He's got a bunch of receiving yards. He does have the fumble, and as you can see, Cam juking away from a sack and then delivering a pass off his back foot on the run, just delivering a throw to Torrey Smith. That's the arm strength that Cam Newton possesses. And there is a wide open pass to Christian McCaffrey, and that is going to seal it. Essentially, it's 27-17. You know, Atlanta is not completely out of it at this point. They could score a quick touchdown and then possibly get the ball back for a, Hail Mary or something like that to set up a field goal. But the extra point was missed by Cano. Just thought y'all should know. But here we go, 2nd down and 4 with a minute left. Atlanta just trying, just like with their season, they're just trying anything they can to hold on, to give them some life. But here's a wide open, I believe that's Calvin Ridley over the middle, down to the 13-yard line. 30 seconds left. Carolina's defense just kind of playing a little bit of prevent here. As we can see, down to the 9 with 13 seconds left. They're going no huddle here as we watch this final couple of plays. Matt Ryan is going to find a wide open man. I believe it was Calvin Ridley again in the back of the end zone. His second touchdown of the game, but there's only 6 seconds left. It's 27-24 after the extra point, and that is going to be the final score. As we see, Calvin Ridley finds himself wide open in the back of that end zone. But, Atlanta just running out of time here at home. Carolina really fortunate to get the win here today when you consider all of the mistakes, the fumbles, 3 lost fumbles in one game. That's how you lose games, and Carolina fortunately was able to make enough plays on offense and defense to escape here with a 3-point victory. Although, the last touchdown was kind of in garbage time, but still, I mean, they get the onside kick, and you know, Matt Ryan's got the arm, and he's got the horses to throw downfield to. So, as you can see, 27-24, lost the turnover battle, -2 on turnovers, but Carolina is going to be 8-4-1 now with 2 straight victories as we go down to the stretch run. And Atlanta is pretty much out of it now at 5-7-1. But Carolina is going to be at home next week against Seattle. That's never an easy game. Seattle's having a rough season this year, but I'll see y'all next week with that game.